All right, my good people. Energy flows where attention goes. This is a very, very basic mystic concept, but it is very true and it is very powerful. Energy flows where attention goes. What are you putting your attention on? That is where your energy is sending your magics. So if you are fixating on a problem, you are giving that problem energy. Okay? Stop fixating on it. You don't like, right? And you're like, well, how do I do that, Lana? Okay, easy solution. You fixate on either a solution. So instead of just being like, oh, I got this thing that is like, like this person in my, maybe it's like a person in your life that's like causing you this, blah, you're like always thinking about, and you're angry and you're like, blah, blah, instead of thinking about them, maybe think about your life without them. Just think about like, what if they weren't causing you problems? Like something one of my business coaches says that I love. What if the opposite were true? What if the opposite were true? You're like, okay, well, I got this person causing me problems. Okay, well, what if the opposite were true? If the person is not causing me problems. Then you start focusing on that. What if they weren't? What does that look like? Well, maybe it's they're either not in your life or they're just like cool. They're like nice and sweet every time you see them. You're like, oh, what if the opposite were true? Okay. Energy flows where attention goes. Okay. So, and maybe instead of focusing on the opposite, you just focus on something else. Easy solution, start focusing on things you love, right? I love my cat. She's walking around right now being very majestic. And so, like, maybe I'm worried about a thing. Let's say, I'll tell you what, last night I was at a friend's house and I started randomly worrying that like I'd left the back door unlocked and like bears were going to get into my house. It was a little bit of I did some emotional processing and moved through it and like got over it. But like at the time it was like for one, it was very unlikely. I mean, yes, bears can open doors, so that's not the unlikely part. The unlikely part is that I left the door unlocked. But like, instead of fixating on this worry, because like, how much good is worrying going to do me in that moment? Is that worry going to like lock my door magically? No, it's not. Is it, if there were bears in my house, would it make the bears get out of my house? No, it wouldn't. So it's like, the worry is a problem for another day. We don't worry about the worry because it's like, it's not going to help. So we just let the worry go. And think about my sweet little cat instead. Oh, she's so nice. She's so sweet. She's so pretty. I love petting her. I love sticking my face in her, and feeling her fur on my face. And even when I get poison oak from it, because I do. So this is how you reprogram yourself. You choose. You have to choose. It's a choice in every moment. You want to choose to fixate on something unpleasant, or do you want to choose to focus on something lovely? That's where we're at, my friends. It is. And you're like, no, Alana, it's not that simple. It is. And you know what? It might not be at first, but you practice it over and over and over and over. Maybe you're having a hard time with alcohol and it's causing you all this like stress and drama. And it's like, okay, like, and you're in this state of like, I'm ruining my life. And like, yeah, you might be. That's valid. That emotions are valid. But what about instead of when you're in that state, you're like focusing on the drama and the pain and the suffering, you try to like, for one, shake it out. Just shake it out. That's always going to change things for you. Just like shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake your whole body. Shake it the fuck out. Okay. Anytime you are having like an emotional state, just shake it out. It literally will just shake out. And if it didn't shake out, shake some more. Take a deep breath too, because that helps. And then now that you've shaken it out, focus on something lovely. Focus on how maybe you're like really smart and you're good at, I don't know, computers, and you got like this like project you want to do in your computer. Think about that instead. Like, okay, well, maybe I'm going to like, I don't know, like work on this picture or this like program or this like video. And so you get yourself trained to shift your focus. It might not happen immediately, but it might. Think about that. And so this is what we do, friends. It's a choice every moment. You don't always choose all the things that fall in your path, but they fall in your path and then you deal with them. And you can choose to let them really just derail you. You can choose that. Or you can choose to stay on your rails and blast through it, run it over. Like just move through it, walk around it. Maybe you get out of the train for a moment. You walk, get on another train on the other side. Okay. You're doing great. I know you can do this. I know you can do it because I've done it and I've seen lots of people do it. So you got this, my friend.